Namaste and Subha Sandhya. I am your host Lasata Aniperi. Welcome back to RightPath Bulletin powered by RightPath Career Counseling. We are back again through Facebook and YouTube Live with new topics to discussion. र आज हामी चाहिँ IELTS, PT र SAT मा हामीले कसरी इम्प्रुभ गर्न सक्छौं र आफूले सोचेको भन्दा बढी स्कोर चाहिँ कसरी लिएर आउन सक्छौं भन्ने बारे चाहिँ डिस्कस गर्नेछौं र त्यसैको लागि हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ द सिनियर IELTS इन्स्ट्रक्टर अफ RightPath Career Counseling खगेन्द्र चामलागाई सर. So welcome
Yes.
to our show, sir.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Okay. So धेरै पछि नै आउनुभयो फेरि आज पनि.
लगभग 2 हप्ता भयो
हजुर
है.
हजुर
हजुर.
कस्तो फिल भइरहेछ त?
Well, I'm feeling good.
हजुर.
मलाई त ठिकै. I'm just
Always
comfortable.
happy to be in the bulletin. हजुर.
Oh yes.
Okay.
But did you find anybody being so sad on the bulletin?
No.
No.
Everyone is happy and grateful
yes.
to be here.
Okay.
So, as I've said, आज चाहिँ हामी IELTS, SAT र PT मा चाहिँ कसरी आफूले सोचेको भन्दा बढी स्कोरिङ राम्रो स्कोर कसरी लिएर आउनु भन्ने चाहिँ कुरा गर्नेछौँ. So we'll start with IELTS.
Okay.
So what are the most effective strategies for improving your overall IELTS score?
Okay. About IELTS means actually International English Language Testing System. So it has 4 components, right? Listening, reading, writing, and speaking. About these actually 4 different skills, you know. About the listening ko skills, alagai huncha. Reading ko alagai, writing ko alagai, or speaking ko alag skills huncha, right? Vidyarthile, how can I get more than the expectation that I do have, you know? So about it's people to people is different, you know. Okay, हामीले चाहिँ अब what I feel, you know, अब यहाँ विद्यार्थीहरु धेरै खालको स्टुडेन्टहरु आउनुहुन्छ है. त्यो भएर फर्स्ट अफ अल चाहिँ हामी यहाँ लेभल टेस्ट गराउँछौं स्टुडेन्टको. कुन लेभलको स्टुडेन्ट आउनुहुन्छ हैन. अब यसमा जस्ट एक्चुअली जनरली स्पिकिङ, you know, almost 40% of the students, you know, are in average. And the rest 30-35% students are below the average. And then just actually 25 to 30% of students actually are of good that caliber, or I mean efficacies. But the problem अब यहाँ हुन्छ के त भनेर भन्दाखेरि, and स्टुडेन्टहरुले इंग्लिश कलेज स्कुलमै what they feel, you know, it's very easy subject, हैन. And even just actually अब स्कुलमा कलेजमा पनि just for the sake of exam preparation है, परीक्षाको लागि मात्रै विद्यार्थी तयार गर्दैन हुन्छ हैन. अब त्यसको जति पनि कम्पोनेन्ट्सहरु हुन्छ हैन, त्यो कतै पनि हेरिदैन के अहिलेसम्म मैले देखेको चाहिँ. जस्तो अब आइएल्ट्स रिडिङमा स्पेसिफिकली विद्यार्थीहरुले स्क्यानिङ, स्किमिङ, इन्टेन्सिभ रिडिङ, अब यो के हो भन्ने कुरा जबसम्म विद्यार्थीले बुझ्दैन, रिडिङमा तपाईले भने जस्तो स्कोर ल्याउन सक्नु. One of the major point. Again, I'd like to repeat it. Scanning, how to do it, what is scanning, and then what is skimming, and what do you understand by skimming, and how can we do or skim ourselves from the text, and then what is intensive reading, very careful reading, you know. यो strategy तपाईको हरेक टेक्स्टमा युज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. However, the level of difficulties, हैन, अब त्यो चाहिँ it can be differentiated है. But actually अब रिडिङ का लागि तपाईले यो मैले अहिले भनेको स्क्यानिङ, स्किमिङ, अनि त्यसपछि स्किमिङ, स्क्यानिङ एन्ड इन्टेन्सिभ रिडिङ है. अब यसको बावजुद पनि there are certain skills, you know, the shortcut tips the students will have to follow, or just actually the experts guidance. अब यो चाहिँ विज्ञहरुको सल्लाहबाट मात्रै. बजारमा त अनेक थरीको कुरा सुनिन्छ. Okay, the myth is actually the different and reality is, however, is different than the myth. अब मान्छे पछि कुरा अलग अलग हुन्छ. हरेक विद्यार्थीहरुले चाहिँ they have to just actually have these skills, you know, under the guidance of the experts. Number 1. So I told you about scanning or even skimming or intensive reading, and as well as guidance actually guidance from the experts, and also time management. सबभन्दा प्रब्लम यहाँ अहिले देखिएको भनेको रिडिङमा चाहिँ टाइम समय चाहिँ विद्यार्थीले मिलाउन सक्दैन. tax 1 20 minutes, tax 2 passes 2 20 minutes, passes 3 20 minutes, got a 60 minutes time. Most of the students actually spend the time for more than 60 or I mean 10 minutes more somebody. So अब समयलाई तपाईले घटाउँदै ल्याउनुस्, and that can be done through the practice and practice. Rigorous and regular practice can make you the experts in it. यो भयो reading को skills. अब listening को skills का लागि, again the listening skills, you have to listen, understand what is actually, again there also they have to scan or scheme or even intensive, not reading, intensive listening, you know, listening for the purpose. अब लिसनिङमा धेरै विद्यार्थीहरूको यहाँ प्रब्लम मैले के देख्छु भने अब गीत सुनेको जस्तो लिसनिङ बुझ्नुहुन्छ, गीत सुनेर मलाई त्यो गीतको के भन्छ लिरिक्स जानिरहनु जरुरत छैन, because the song is for the entertainment purpose. However, there are some actually who try to understand, write it and try to just get into the gist of it. It's good. So generally तपाईको गीत सुन्नु र आजको लिसनिङको स्किलमा फरक छ. आजको लिसनिङको स्किलमा चाहिँ तपाईले त्यो नोट्सहरु बनाउने गरी सुन्ने हो के, सुन्ने दिमागमा राख्ने, एकछिन पछि छडेपछि त्यो उडेर जाने होइन. त्यो चाहिँ सुनेर नोट बनाउनुस् न, नोट बनाउनुस् अनि त्यसका आधारमा त्यो के भन्छ आन्सरहरु गर्नु होला. यसले गर्दा तपाईको के हुन्छ भने मोर तपाईको एक्सपेक्टेसन भन्दा अगाडि बढ्न सक्नुहुन्छ. If you don't make any just notes, note making is just that technique, if you don't follow, you'll not be able to achieve the score as much you require. यो भयो listening को. अनि फेरि यसमा पनि time management, spellings and all these, they have to just be careful, you know. A writing ka lagi see what happened, structure, grammar and vocabulary, you know. These are the three things, and correct sentence structure. And just actually the knowledge of complex compound and complex compound structure. यति चीज याद गर्नुस्, reading is not something like biting a bullet for you. It's a cup of tea. के याद गर्नु पर्यो राइटिङमा चाहिँ तपाईको just like sentence structure, sentence types, range of vocabularies, grammar range and accuracy, and as well as actually the variation of sentence structure. Okay, यति गर्दिनुस् तपाईको राइटिङमा प्रब्लम हुँदैन. And finally edit yourself, vocabulary or grammar लाई edit गरेर and submit and see the score and see the difference. At RightPath, we just actually teach the student for writing and then take them to the lab and then tell them to score yourself through AI. So in RightPath, what is that? It's not even paper-based or even computer-based, whatever the student wishes for. हामी चाहिँ लगेर फेरि AI based को त्यो के भन्छ computer lab मा लगेर we test them up to teaching. And finally we'll just actually see their score and even the problems that AI will generate, okay, from their writing. त्यसबाट विद्यार्थीलाई धेरै हेल्प भएको चाहिँ मैले यहाँ धेरै स्टुडेन्टहरुको फिडब्याकबाट लिएको छु है. And finally speaking and writing, there are, okay, communication is a skill.
Yeah.
It's one of the very precious skills that human has ever had, you know. This is compulsory. No communication skills, you are not sellable, you have no skills in terms of speaking at all. This is what I believe. तपाई बोल्नुहुन्न, केही पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्न. Okay, so अब यसमा चाहिँ speaking is an art. अब धेरै विद्यार्थीहरूले सोध्नुहुन्छ, सर, can I articulate myself? Okay, or I mean exaggerate, or what I mean to say that native speaker जस्तै नै बोल्नु पर्छ भन्ने छ र? No, not at all. It's not necessary. तपाईको tone, okay, whatever the tone you do have, okay, the pronunciation or even stress, word stress or intonation pattern, जस्तो छ त्यस्तैमा जान दिनुस्. Because actually our English and Nepali and Hindi language, you know, they are flat in just actually pronunciation. There's no ups and downs in it, but English is spoken differently. अब तपाई जतिसुकै त्यो विद्यार्थीलाई सिकाउनुस् pronunciation pattern, त्यो स्टुडेन्टले at the end of the day एक्जामिनेसनमा गएर उसले त्यही बोल्छ जस्तो उसले उसको दिमागमा छ. तपाईले पनि एक्जाम दिनुभएको, this is the same thing, you know. जति सरले सिकाए पनि we are fed up with that. त्यो लास्टमा एट द एन्ड अफ द डे स्टुडेन्टले गएर स्पिकिङमा उसको जे टोन छ त्यसैमा उसले एक्जाम दिएर आउँछ है. सो अब इट डजन्ट म्याटर यु नो तपाईँको टोन or even just tone quality, or even we don't need to articulate ourselves. You just actually be in your natural tone. It's okay. Okay. So, and these are the tips and tricks that if anybody follows, they'll be able to get the good score.
Yeah.
Okay. Practice, practice. And final one of the thing is book the debt.
Yeah. Time ma book garnu paryo.
Time ma book garnu paryo, at least before 1 month. Yeah. So that they can just actually target for the exam. So, अब 7 दिन अगाडि डेट बुक गर्छ अनि त्यसपछि त्यो स्टुडेन्टको प्रिपरेसन टाइम पुग्दैन. सो 1 महिना अगाडि गर्नुहोस्, 1 महिना तपाईँसँग टाइम रहन्छ एन्ड डेली प्र्याक्टिस. एन्ड प्रब्लम कहाँ छ तपाईँको विकर सेगमेन्ट कुन चाहिँ हो, लिसनिङ, रिडिङ, राइटिङ, स्पिकिङ. अनि त्यो सेक्सनलाई एक्सपर्ट्सहरूको गाइडेन्स लिनुहोस् एन्ड सी द डिफरेन्स.
ओके. सो राइट पाथमा पनि हरेक सन्डे चाहिँ मक टेस्टहरू भइरहेको हुन्छ.
हजुर.
हाउ अफन शुड द स्टुडेन्ट्स टेक द मक टेस्ट?
यस, स्टुडेन्ट्सले अब हाम्रो यहीँको इन हाउस स्टुडेन्ट जो यहीँ पढिरहेको हुन्छ उहाँहरूले 4वटा मक टेस्ट दिन सक्नुहुन्छ. 4 मक टेस्ट, इट्स फ्री अफ कस्ट. बाहिरको स्टुडेन्टहरूको हकमा भने चाहिँ वी हेभ लिटल बिट चेन्ज्ड यु नो द फर्मेट. दो इट वाज फ्री बट वी आर गोइङ टु जस्ट एक्चुअली चार्ज लिटल बिट फर द पीपल. And for that, for the sake of the charge, we provide them that speaking app free of cost. Okay. Yes. And so far as the PT is concerned, a PT ko kura garau. However, listening, speaking, reading, and writing components are same. But the problem is called for PTE. Okay. It's totally it's better for the students. You जो अहिले बाहर ठक्कै पढेर आएको छ जसको रेगुलर जस्ट एक्चुअली लर्निङ एन्ड पेडागोजी भएको छ भने त्यस्तो विद्यार्थीहरूले पिटी एन्ड स्पेसिफिकल्ली फर अस्ट्रेलिया. बिकज एक्चुअली अस्ट्रेलियामा यु जस्ट गो विथ पिटी एकाडेमिक एन्ड तपाईँको पछि एट द एन्ड अफ द डे आफ्टर कम्प्लिटिङ योर मास्टर्स सो यु हेभ टु जस्ट फर पिआर अगेन यु हेभ टु गो विथ द पिटी कोर. So it's better for them, you know, they can just actually streamline the same. They don't need to just have the other expenses for learning, again PTE. So it's better for them. I suggest PTE. However, for PTE, the pronunciation for speaking, they have to understand the pattern, phonemes and phonetics for this. So they can practice actually through the apps or even just available websites. Or just pre-mock test here at RightPath. So we have started just actually that PTE classes with maximum number of students right from this batch. So student can come for the PTE test as well and then see the potentiality of teachers and as well as yours. अब हामीले चाहिँ कुनै पनि विद्यार्थी आइएल्स होस् पिटी होस् आउने विद्यार्थीलाई 3टा चाहिँ हामीले 3 days free trial classes are राखेको छौं so that they can understand the teacher and then take the classes after payment, हैन? And then the next test you asked me about digital SAT.
Yeah, digital SAT.
Which is the most complicated.
Yeah.
It's much complicated. It's based on online like PTE. PTE just the पनि online हुन्छ. Okay, and all the questions are based on multiple choice and the students will have to put the tick marks for that. Okay, but the level of just actually difficulties in SAT comparatively it's greater than IELTS and PTE. Okay. However, there are some questions you know that students will find exactly the same, but as again I insist, okay, English verbal, mathematics, verbal means writing and reading, and mathematics section the students will have to compete for. Okay. But the problem, you know, in comparison to IELTS and PTE, DSAT or digital SAT verbal section is too tough. Okay, so experts guidance is required for that. So students actually skill, I don't think will be able to match with those questions because some of the questions are so tough without the teacher's guidance. I don't think so. However, विद्यार्थीको knowledge वाला जुन question छ because in digital SAT you know the 3 varieties of questions like easy section, difficult section and most difficult sections. Okay, so easy sections the student can do it from verbal and quantitative, but most difficult somehow some of the very highly talented students, okay, but most difficult questions चाहिँ शिक्षकको परामर्श लिनै पर्ने हुन्छ.
हजुर.
And the problem, another problem, very interestingly, I'd like to mention, एउटा questions 1 minute solve गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. Though it's most difficult or easier. However, easier, within a minute or less than a minute, the student can do it because they are very smart. 21st century students, they know, they have the knowledge of critical analysis, problem solving, or creative thinking out of box. You sabai knowledge भेटे मैले. But the problem at the end of the day, the difficult and most difficult questions, they are confused. Okay? And confusion पनि कस्तोमा हुन्छ भने one of the right option is one, and another option actually is just against and controversial option, and third option is a trap, and one of the option is given out of topic or out of syllabus. You know say? Yes, but only one of the right answer the student will have to find it out and see. Just actually they are in the tip of needle, And जतिखेर पनि हेर्छु मैले यहाँ पढाउँदाखेरि क्लासमा, we have started digital SAT class as well recently. Okay, जतिखेर पनि हेर्छु विद्यार्थीले गयो त ट्र्यापमा गएर फसेको छ. Next to the trap, the answer is there, Yes. Okay. अब तपाईको के छ त भन्दाखेरि अब यो च्यालेन्जेस यदि पार गर्यो भने त्यो स्टुडेन्ट पर्फेक्ट छ. हो, ट्र्याप इन्टु रियालिटी. अब यो ट्र्यापलाई चाहिँ क्रस गरेर ऊ गयो भने उसले राइट आन्सर भेट्छ. हो, यतिका लागि त टिचर्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. The experts guidance is required. So for that, at RightPath, we are there.
Yes. Very expert counselors.
Very experts, and I can't say very experts, but come and just actually identify yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, it's up to you. Okay, you can judge the teacher very easily. You are very smart. Okay, but just actually from this week onwards. Okay, so we are going to start. We are planning to start. Online and offline.
Oh, okay, that's really
अब
great.
घरमा बसेर पनि विद्यार्थीहरूले IELTS, PTE and digital SAT को क्लास लिन पाउनुहुन्छ. ओके, या फिजिकल क्लास पनि हुन्छ. र the same class we will convert into online mode as well. So we just actually are wanting to, that's what I told you, I'm back with the bang,
So
I'm
it's
back with the
become
bang.
like really accessible for like students outside
Accessible
Kathmandu
to
as
all.
well. Yeah.
And even just actually, again, you will get startled and perplexed. तपाईं छक्कै पर्नुहुन्छ. We have the offers available for that as well. हामीसँग अफरहरू पनि छ, multiple range of offers. Scan and win.
That's
Yes.
like the latest one.
That's the latest one, yes. And also many more. And even weekly wise, तपाईँको section wise test बाट पनि we have just actually the offers over there. Okay? Yes. So these are the things that I would like to tell the audiences through you. Okay.
So, हजुरले pronunciation को बारेमा पनि like importance को बारेमा भन्नुभयो. So, like pronunciation र fluency ले चाहिँ कस्तो role play गर्छ in better scoring on the speaking section?
That's a very good question. Okay. So far as pronunciation. Okay. अब तपाईले नेपाली भाषा चाहिँ कस्तो गर्मी छ भन्नुभयो भने does it look good?
No, it doesn't.
Talk Nepali in Nepali accent. Nepali नै भाषामा बोल्नुस् न. आज कस्तो गर्मी छ. English बोल्नु पर्यो. It's very hot today. So अब यसलाई तपाई mix गर्नुहुन्छ भने you are trying to exaggerate yourself. Nothing much. It's just actually ostentatious nature भन्छु म यसलाई. Ostentatious means it's a show of nature, Nothing much. ठिकै हो नि. English बोल्दा Englishै टोनमा बोल्नुस्. That's why pronunciation as well as fluency matters a lot. Is that okay?
Yeah.
अब तर नेपालमा त के छ? English र नेपाली mix गर्नुस् अथवा कस्तो गर्मी छ. Oh my gosh. अब यस्तो भन्ने चलन छ. However, it's good, let them say. But I'm not in against of it. अब बोल्न त सबैले पाउँछ, त्यो त वाक स्वतन्त्रता, टक फ्रिडम त सबैसँग छ, तर बोल्दा पनि सिस्टमेटिकली बोलौँ भन्ने चाहिँ मेरो उद्देश्य है फेरि. However, I'm not in against of this, you know? हजुर.
Okay. So यही mock testहरू दिँदै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ how often should the students take tests to like really see the improvement?
How many times you
Yeah,
mean?
how many?
कतिवटा टेस्ट दिँदा चाहिँ इम्प्रुभमेन्ट देखिन्छ. डे फर्स्ट टेस्टबाटै देखिनुपर्छ. We put the score up here. And we give even Cadbury to those winners, or even sometimes books. We have the varieties of actually the offers, you know, to boost up the morale of students. So that उसलाई अर्को mock testमा अझ राम्रो गरौँ, feedback session राख्छौँ हामी त्यसपछि. So these are the modalities we use, you know. Class तपाईँको is very friendly. Okay, स्टुडेन्टलाई हामीले बुझेन, नेक्स्ट टाइम नेक्स्ट क्लासमा लगेर फेरि 1-to-1 काउन्सेलिङ, 1-to-1 just actually teaching. So everything is available at RightPath. एकचोटि आएर त हेर्नुहोस् हैन, म राइट हो कि रङ हो भन्ने त छुट्याइदिनुहोस्.
ओके, सो लाइक उहाँले पनि भनिदिनु भयो हाम्रो स्क्यान एन्ड विन अफरको बारेमा चाहिँ. सो अहिलेको चाहिँ यो हाम्रो एकदमै लेटेस्ट नै अफर छ. सो हजुरहरू आएर चाहिँ स्क्यान एन्ड विन अफर चाहिँ कसरी जित्न सक्नुहुन्छ भने यु गेट टु स्क्यान द क्युआर अनि हजुरले चाहिँ 25%देखि लिएर चाहिँ 100% डिस्काउन्ट पनि पाउनुहुन्छ इन आइएल्स क्लासेस एट राइटपाथ करियर काउन्सिलिङ. सो डेफिनेटली भिजिट. अनि बिफोर वी एन्ड दिस सेसन आई वुड लाइक टु से कि हाम्रो चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ एसेसमेन्ट एन्ड वर्कसप विक भइरहेको छ फ्रम 6 AM to 6 PM थ्रु सन्डे टु फ्राइडे. सो डेफिनेटली हजुरहरूलाई इन्ट्रेस्ट छ भए चाहिँ प्लिज भिजिट राइटपाथ अनि रेजिस्टर चाहिँ गरि नै हाल्नुहोस् होला. हाम्रो यस्तो लाइक एकदमै एक्सपिरियन्स टिचर्सहरू हुनुहुन्छ लाइक खगेन्द्र सर. सो यु डेफिनेटली गेट द म्याक्सिमम अमाउन्ट अफ सेटिस्फ्याक्सन इन यर टेस्ट. अनि मक टेस्टहरू पनि दिनु होला किनकि दिस इज अल फर यु. स्टुडेन्ट्सकै राम्रोको लागि हामीले यस्तो अफर्सहरू लिएर आइरहेको हुन्छौँ. टिचरहरू यति राम्रो हुनुहुन्छ. सो इफ यु वान्ट टु मेक यर करियर ब्राइट देन डेफिनेटली भिजिट राइटपाथ करियर काउन्सिलिङ. सो थ्याङ्क यू सो मच टु खगेन्द्र सर स्पेसली. उहाँले यति धेरै इन्फर्मेसन दिनुहुन्छ. इच एन्ड एभ्री टाइम उहाँ आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ यति धेरै ज्ञान बाँड्नुहुन्छ उहाँले चाहिँ. सो आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल एन्ड आई होप द भ्युवर्स आर ग्रेटफुल फर द्याट टु. सो I'll see you again tomorrow at the same time through Facebook and YouTube Live. अहिलेको लागि म हजुरको होस्ट लसता, हाम्रो खगेन्द्र सर र हाम्रो लाइभ अपरेटर निशान नेपानी यहाँबाट बिदा हुन चाहन्छु.
Thank you for the anticipation and provided me the platform.
Have you decided which country do you want to go to for your further studies?
USA, Canada,
UK, Australia.
At RightPath Career Counseling, we believe in empowering students to explore the world and reach their full potential through education. Because upon their return from studying abroad, these students will play an important role in the nation's development. Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential by pursuing their education overseas. RightPath Career Counseling. Right counseling for quality education.